Two people have died in rafting accidents in the past week. One man was rafting with four other people when they hit a high wave in Eagle County. The other was a Boy Scout troop leader visiting from Texas. He died yesterday after his raft flipped into the Arkansas River. Water is so strong and high, some rafting companies are avoiding 3 sections of the Arkansas. 2 sections are between the towns of Granite and Buena Vista. The third runs through part of the Royal Gorge west of Canyon City. There are also closures at Lake Pueblo State Park, and officials are keeping an eye on water levels at rivers across the state, and they worry it could just get more dangerous. 9 News reporter Jordan Chavez met with an expert to learn what this all actually means for folks who do want to get into the water.
They're in what's called inflatable kayaks.
This season's higher waters could spell more fun for kayakers and rafters, but at the same time, the swift currents can also mean danger for people unfamiliar with the river's flow.
I'd say it's moderately high. It was higher on Sunday.
David Koslow with the Colorado River Outfitters Association says it's especially important to keep a close eye on rivers this season because of runoff from all the snow that fell in Colorado. He says rivers across the state can be expected to hit their peak levels within the next 10 days.
I could be wrong, and in some ways I hope I am, because the longer it takes to peak, the longer the season, because that snow stays up there.
How fast a river actually moves is measured in cubic feet per second, but what that actually means depends on its shape as well as how wide and steep it is.
It always depends on the stretch of river. A river like the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon, you'd say that was a creek walk, 4,000. But a narrow river like the Poudre, that's very good volume. Arkansas is also very good volume, and you can see they're properly dressed.
Aside from wearing the right gear like wetsuits and life jackets, David says good advice for someone going on the water is don't stand up.
And the reason is you can get your feet entrapped by a rock, and that water is so forceful, even if you only have 1 foot free, you can't hold yourself up typically enough to keep your head above the water.
He says people rafting with a guide shouldn't have to worry about running into any danger, but he cautions the adventurers going it alone to learn the water you're getting into.
Be prepared to self-rescue, because it could happen.
In Larimer County, Jordan Chavez, 9 News.
And Davis says it's important to check river conditions frequently because they change quickly too. He says never trust eyeballing it because the water can be deceiving.